Good Tuesday morning, everybody. September 27th, 2016, in a beautiful city of Fitchburg. How's everybody doing this morning? Jeremy Crosby alongside Preston the Main Man Schmidt, and apparently I didn't get the blue memo. Andrew Bamlett running the board back there.
You tried, but...
And I went red.
We're good.
Did. It's okay.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry. I didn't read the emails, guys. My bad.
Well,
My
it's probably
bad.
in your clutter.
It is probably in my clutter.
It's probably in your clutter, yeah.
Yeah. Well, another gorgeous day in Fitchburg this morning. Good ride in. Little rain this afternoon, though, it sounds like.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh, boy.
be ready for that. But I've noticed that some of the trees are changing.
They're changing.
In my neighborhood. It's kind of cold out there last night, too.
Yeah.
Very cold. So, yeah, I think
cool
there's going to be
out
some
there.
more leaf changes coming up here.
Little leaf action.
Mm-hmm. It's weird to think that we're almost in October already, too. That's crazy.
It's
in
coming
itself.
up.
It's quick.
Mm-hmm. So I haven't even done any fall activities yet. Haven't gone out and got some apples. Haven't gone out.
It's only been fall for a few days. So.
It's all
I know.
good. It's
okay.
only
I feel
officially
like
fall.
everybody's been out,
Yeah.
already have done it, and I haven't.
You're savoring it. It's okay.
I guess. Savoring it. Gonna take the kid out for the first time.
Oh,
I don't think she'll remember anything, obviously, but
No.
she
we'll
might.
just,
all right.
we'll just give her a little mini pumpkin and see if she chews on it or something. Who knows?
Okay. Keep us updated. Let us know.
Keep up it,
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Well, a busy show for you today, indeed. A little bit less on the road construction, as yesterday's
Hey-o.
show was kind of all dedicated to road construction today.
If you're interested in road construction, you can just go to the Facebook page and watch the videos from yesterday.
Yes. it was
And you'll have them all there.
all road
There you go.
construction yesterday.
Yeah, so you got that. But yeah, we got some good headlines for you this morning. Keep you up to date on what's going on in Fitchburg coming up in the digest. Talk about the new law. It's funny. We kind of talked about it yesterday when we were planning, and all of a sudden, everywhere I look now, I've seen this law pop up. So
Good.
we'll talk about that cell phone law, where you cannot use your cell phone when you're in a construction zone when you're driving. So keep you up to date on that. And then a little bit later, I had a chance to sit down with Amy yesterday from the Fitchburg Senior Center. She's a social worker here. Talk about Medicaid Part D.
Okay.
Yes.
D and
Part
the
D.
sign up period. So stay tuned for that as well. Amy, always fun to have her on the show. And then yeah, got some interesting stuff in the PB&J.
It's another show.
It's another show.
Just another show.
It really is another
All
show.
right.
So let's kick it off with some headlines this morning. Hello, looking at the right camera. Warning about hail damage. So just kind of digging around, looking for some stories. And I've heard a lot about hail chasers
Sure.
and storm churns, blah, 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 all that stuff. So from that storm, was it last week or the week before? Boy, seems like last week.
I think it was last week.
Yeah. Either way,
blur.
with the hailstorm that had come through, there's been a lot of reports of contractors cold calling and going door to door and asking residents if they have had their roof inspected for damage. The city of Fitchburg wants to remind you, with the building inspection department, requires that any cost over $2,000 requires a building permit. And that contractors be licensed with the state of Wisconsin. So the Better Business Bureau has a helpful information for you before you hand over a form for payment or sign a contract. You can go to the bbb.org /Wisconsin, find out more information there. If you have any questions, concerns, please call the City of Fitchburg, Wisconsin Building Inspection Department, 608-270-4260. If you think somebody's, in the area, it shouldn't be, or whatever, you can call the police department if you're uncomfortable with,
Sure. Yeah.
if you see somebody just going door to door to door to door to door, might be suspicious. Just
Very
saying.
good. All right, then an opportunity arises. There's driving classes happening at the Fitchburg Senior Center. It's a AARP driver safety class. This is going to be on October 24th at the Senior Center from noon to 4:30. You should check with your insurance agent to see if you qualify for a discount for this program, which would be fantastic. Members of the Senior Center is $15. Non-members $20. You need to bring your member card and driver's license. So you can call 270-4290 and register. So if you're a member of AARP, get in there, get your lessons. Even if you're not, you can still come in and get some lessons. Be safe.
It's always good to beef up on what's going on in the driving world.
Yeah.
As things change constantly in this world.
That's the thing. We drive constantly, but sometimes I even feel like I could use a brush up.
It's kind of funny when I walked in this morning in our vestibule. There was a book, the 2016 motor handbook or whatever. I picked one up and I was just going to page through it and see
Very good.
if we could find anything interesting in there. So, yeah. All right. Voting in person, absentee voting hours. So, the big debate last night, I thought, let's throw this back in and remind you that voting is coming up for the general election. So, these times are at the City Hall here. So, dates and times spread through October 3rd through October 21st. And the times vary as each of these go on. So, basically, from October 3rd to October 21st, you got 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. From the 24th to the 28th, you got 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. October 29th, a Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. October 31st through November 3rd, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And November 4th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Got any questions? Stop on by the clerk's department. They're right when you walk in. Very nice people. Or give them a call, 270-4200, and they will answer all your election questions. Busy. It's going to be busy.
Very good. Then, also, if you have questions about Anton Drive and what's going on in that area, there's a public meeting. It's coming up. You can join the city and MSA Professional Services to learn about and provide feedback on the planning study for the Anton Drive neighborhood. Public meeting is planned for Thursday, September 29th at Fire Station Number 2, 5415 King James Way. That's going to be from 6 to 8 p.m. So join in the fun. There you go.
Awesome. We'll be covering that one as well for you and get it out on the Gov channel when we can. All right. The Fitchburg Fire Department was kind of looking around, and I saw that they have a new decon policy program, something that maybe you don't think of as a resident when the fire department returns back home from a fire or whatnot. They have a risk to get, they can get diseases or cancer. So I'll read you this and you can see the pictures. In an effort to reduce the risk of occupational cancer, Fitchburg Fire Rescue trained with new tools and new procedures for post-fire decontamination. In addition to placing decon equipment on each of the frontline apparatus, firefighters were instructed to use wet wipes for cleaning exposed skin and wear issued extra hoods to reduce long-term carcinogen absorption around the neck and throat. We may not be able to completely eliminate firefighters' risk for occupational cancer, but we're working towards learning about the risks and reducing this chronic exposure. So the last time we were in there filming something, we saw these signs. They don't allow anything outside of their bays, essentially. Right. So they don't want it in any of the food areas or whatever. So I thought that was interesting. Something that's behind the scenes, opening the door behind the scenes, giving you a look.
Hey, what's that? It's behind the scene. All right.
Nice.
I don't know. All right. TSA. Those
Dun,
folks.
dun, dun.
They've installed some additional security screening equipment. This is in Madison here. So the Transportation Security Administration, that's what TSA stands for, in partnership with the Dane County Regional Airport, completed the installation of an additional passenger screening lane at the South Security Checkpoint. New checkpoint lanes creates further screening capacity for the TSA and accommodates future growth. Here they say the TSA officers in DCRA screen more than 75,000 passengers in their luggage, every month for prohibited items, including weapons and explosives. Additional screening equipment will add efficiency, convenience, and additional capacity for continued growth in passenger volume. And then they say with 12 nonstop destinations, Dane County Regional Airport provides seamless, they say, low stress, and affordable options for both leisure and business travel, they say here. So they offer more than 90 daily arrivals and departures, and they go all over the world. So the reason I'm reading that is because there's a lot of people coming through that thing. So they're expanding, they're growing, just more capacity. So that's a good thing.
It's pretty cool.
Faster, safer.
When you think about how Dane County Airport's expanded and the more direct flights and whatnot, it's becoming just easier to kind of leave right from Dane County here and go. So
which is awesome.
Pretty cool. Anything's good with efficiency, right?
Yes. I'm down for that. Efficiency.
All right. So last but not least this morning, reminder about getting your flu shot. The flu protection.
Yes.
Get it early. That's what they say here. Get it early. That's what I say too. Get it early. So here we go. The best way to stay healthy and protect yourself from the flu is to get the flu shot. The flu season traditionally begins early October, and vaccinations are currently available at local clinics, pharmacies, and some workplaces. Public Health of Madison and Dane County also offer free vaccines for children and adults without health insurance. And basically what they're saying is they're encouraging, to get out there early and, get your flu vaccine, especially if you're like, you got a compromised immune system, fall in the younger category or in the elderly category. But I mean, really, everybody should take advantage of this if they can. And one other note is the nasal spray, the use of the nasal spray vaccine due to poor performance last season. Just keep that in mind that
it's not recommended right now.
Right. While no vaccine is 100% effective, the benefits of the flu shot are well documented. So they show that the flu vaccine can reduce flu illnesses, doctor's visits, missed work and school, as well as help prevent the flu-related hospitalizations. So, it goes beyond just the fact of getting your shot. It's preventing it, so you don't, if you do get it, you bring it into the workplace and everybody else gets it. And then it just goes on and on and on. So, yeah. Nationally, the flu is responsible for hundreds of thousands of hospitalizations and thousands or sometimes tens of thousands deaths every year. Last season in Dane County, between November 25th and November 2015 through May of 2016, there were 425 flu-related hospitalizations.
Yeah, it's a number.
Jeez,
It's a lot.
that's in Dane County.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
And I can say that I had the flu during that time.
It's your fault. Patient zero.
He started
Patient
it.
zero.
right there. Yeah.
Mine started with that tooth. That's all I have to say. Like I had that
Patient
hurt
zero.
tooth, and yeah.
So it goes.
All right, there's your headlines for this morning. We need to take a very quick break. Coming up next, we're gonna open up the digest and talk to you about the new law that goes in effect October 1st with cell phones and construction. Stay tuned. Let's talk Fitchburg.